Today it is Tuesday, April 7th. It's a big day, Election Day. I'm Susan Simon.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Things are changing by the minute. Josh Spreiter's keeping an eye on all of it for us. He's live downtown this morning with the very latest. Hi, Josh.
Good morning, Leah. Good morning, Susan. Good morning to all of you at home. Obviously, a lot of developments even this morning after a big day yesterday. You just saw in our headline right there that there are some protesters beginning to do a drive-by caravan around the city-county building. We'd show you them right now. They're on the other side, but if you hear some honking and see some lights flashing, that is why they're upset, of course, that we are still heading to the polls today, even due to that coronavirus pandemic. There are a lot of local, state, and national races to look at today, and we begin this morning with a look at the Supreme Court race. That's probably the biggest race you're going to be seeing here in Wisconsin. The outcome will decide whether the court's conservative majority stays 5-2 or if it shrinks to 4-3. Incumbent Justice Dan Kelly is backed by conservative groups. In his time on the court, he wrote the decision that said Madison couldn't ban guns on its buses and has said the U.S. Supreme Court decision legalizing same-sex marriage undermined democracy. Jill Karofsky is looking to take his seat. She says she supports the Second Amendment and believes there are constitutional ways to put restrictions on guns. She supports same-sex marriage and thinks abortion should be a decision between a woman and her doctor. President Trump weighing in on this race this morning, tweeting his support for Justice Kelly overnight. He says, quote, "Vote today for highly respected Republican Justice Daniel Kelly. Tough on crime, loves your military, vets, farmers, and will save your Second Amendment." A big vote. Now, despite the president's phrasing, the Supreme Court is supposed to be nonpartisan. The other big race is for presidential primary today, and just into the newsroom this morning, civil rights leader and Democratic Representative John Lewis is endorsing Joe Biden for president. According to the latest Marquette Law School poll, the former vice president is also the favorite of Wisconsin voters. 64% of people who have already voted or folks who say they plan on voting this week say they're supporting Biden. That's almost twice as many people as those backing Bernie Sanders. In a hypothetical presidential matchup, the race gets a little closer. Biden gets 48% compared to Trump's 45%, though there is a margin of error of nearly 6%, meaning it really could go either way. President Trump is ahead of Sanders by 2%, with a 47% of the support in that matchup. Now, there's also a statewide referendum about victims' rights today, and many school board elections and referendums there as well, depending on where you live. We're not expecting to hear any official results until April 13th at the earliest, as there are 1 million absentee ballots that also need to be counted. Of course, our coverage just beginning on what's going to be a very long day here in Wisconsin. For now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Josh, thank you.